So whenever something hurts you, there are two options.
That viewpoint. What is the viewpoint? I want to purify myself.
Guru, when certain youngsters face problems or difficulties like failures, breakups, loss, etc., a few go for drugs or alcohol instead of solving the problem and finding solutions. So I want to know, what is that one hope a person can cling on to even when he is fully shattered?
So, when he is fully shattered, what can he do? The question is, do you want to allow yourself to be fully shattered? That's a question. And many things that don't work out in your early life, you will see later on, it is a great blessing. There are many ways to look at this. Let me tell you this. This happened in 1941. This is just when the Nazi movement was building up in Germany and in some parts of Europe. So one day in Austria, a bunch of German soldiers came, broke into the homes, the Jewish family, a rich family, they broke the home and took away the adults, everything was robbed. And these two children, a 12-year-old girl and an 8-year-old boy, were taken away. They were taken to a railway station. This is the month of November end, December kind of time, when it's becoming very cold. So they were kept in the railway station for 3 days because the trains did not come. Boys, little boys being boys, they started playing football. So they were playing football and then suddenly the train came. The train is not a passenger train, it's a cargo train, the goods train. So when the train came, the soldiers came and rushed everybody into the wagons which are there. Everybody got in and the little boy and the girl also got in, but the little boy forgot to wear his shoes. He left his shoes outside and they pushed him into the wagon. So without shoes he came. His sister, a 12-year-old girl, saw her kid brother coming without shoes and she got mad with him. She held him by the ear, boxed his ears, scolded him nicely, slapped him. Say, "You idiot, already we are in enough trouble, now you come without shoes." Because in Germany in winter, no shoes means you may lose your feet. So she's angry about that. In the next station, the boys and girls were separated. After 4 years, after the war was over, she came out of the concentration camp to find 17 members of her family, including her little brother, all had vanished. No records, no sign of them, they just evaporated. At that time, the only thing that bothered her was the last few things that she said to her little brother. She loves her brother, but the last few things that she said to him were such terrible things, it rang in her mind and troubled her. These are the last things I told my brother and after that I'm never going to see him, he's gone. So she took a vow, if I speak to anybody in my life, I will speak in such a way, if this is my last word, I will not regret. This one thing transformed her life in such a way. She went on to United States, she died in 2006. She did some phenomenal work, built a hospital somewhere near Chicago, I think. She lived a fruitful life. I'm saying, even if you're put through the most horrible situations, either you can come out using that experience as a better human being, or you can use the experience to become a horrible mess. So whenever something hurts you, there are two options. You can either become wounded or you can become wise. This is the choice. The more things hurt you early on in your life, the wiser you should have become, isn't it? But unfortunately, most people become wounded. This is simply because they just need an excuse to turn their own intelligence against themselves, that's all. Especially if the world around you turns against you, is it not very, very important that your intelligence stands up for you?
Let us say somebody insults you, somebody affects you, you become depressed. Swamiji, this person said this to me, that person said that to me, now I am depressed. But change that viewpoint. What is the viewpoint? I want to purify myself. How will you purify yourself? If everybody praises you, will you get purified? No, you'll only swell up. The purification will come in adverse circumstances. When somebody is criticizing you, somebody is testing you, now is the opportunity for purification. Non-yogi will say, oh, I'm so much distraught, people are disturbing me. The yogi will say, here's the opportunity I was seeking. All right, carry on. Criticize me as much as you want. I will not miss this opportunity for purification. See, a completely different perspective, right? If somebody criticizes us, we feel bad. But the yogi says, no, that's the golden chance you must not miss. Here is your opportunity. In fact, how do you purify yourself? See, now somebody is criticizing. An ordinary person would say, this is the worst situation. I want to run away from here. Tulsidas says this is the best situation. Why? Because Tulsidas ji's perspective is different. How to purify. Purification means sahanshilta, where there's a reason for anger, but you are not annoyed. There's a reason for attachment, but you are not attached.